Welcome to Celebrate Aging. I'm Vicki Marthaler, your hostess today here at Emmanuel Community. And with me is my good friend and a very wonderful nurse, Sue Bachleitner.
Hello.
And we're here to invite you to Emmanuel. We're having a speaker on let me look at now. Let me put my glasses on so I can tell you the exact date. Otherwise, it's going to be hit and miss. Tuesday, November the 15th. It's at 6:30 at night, and it's in the Forest Conference Center, which is in the nursing home. And we have Mike Lorenz, who is going to be speaking to us. And Mike Lorenz, you've heard of Mike Lorenz before, haven't you?
Yes, I met him a few times. Yeah.
And what do you think about him?
He's wonderful.
And what's he going to talk to us about?
He's going to talk to us about his SMILE program. That's Success for the Memory Impaired in a Loving Environment.
A SMILE program. Don't you think that would be a wonderful thing to learn about? And Mike Lorenz, it's his own special program. He designed it.
Yep.
And what he is going to talk, what the SMILE program is about how do we continue to care for people when they have a diagnosis of a dementia like Alzheimer's? How do we not treat them medically so much, but how do we continue to live in community and to enhance their life and to care for them well and all of that good stuff? And so Michael has a handle on this, and he's really excited to share it with us.
Yes, he's very very good at what he does. He looks at a person's strengths versus their needs. We don't look at how they're impaired. We look at what they, the strengths that they have.
And one could be like, for example, we'll give you for example, is music. Yes. Music is something that even though a person has a dementia, music is something that's deep, deep, deep within us and that continues to minister to us and we connect with it. In fact, I know people who have a hard time putting a sentence together. They can't find the word they're trying to tell you. But if you start to play a song or sing, that they'll join in and their words come out fine.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, like the hymns. They never forget.
Never forget it. Well, I know that especially, that they never, but even like row, row, row your boat or anything that they have learned. Yeah, happy birthday. It's just like this crazy miracle that God put right in the middle of us, this gift of music. And so music is one way that we can continue to connect with people.
Yeah.
And
the long-term memory is another strength that, we really want to focus on, because it keeps them in the moment, active. They've got a lot of good memories, and that's what we're going to be working with.
So Mike's going to talk about that as well. Another thing is when we talk about strengths, we talk about people who have their faith. Faith is always, I know that there are people who I have spent time with and maybe they're kind of confused about something, and so I'll sit down. Coffee is another good thing. People always know how to sit down and have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
But then as we continue to visit and go back and forth, and I'll say, well, should we say a prayer? They fold their hands. That is something that is, if it's been part of their heritage, that's something they remember and is important to them and is valued in them.
Yeah.
So this medical model versus the community model is something that we need to embrace, and Emmanuel here embraces that, I believe, in the way that we care for people. We surround them with community. I think of our Awakenings program, how that is coming away from the medical model, not so much concentrating on medication, but on how do we surround this person so that they can have success in their life and feel good.
Yep. A lot of activities.
Activities, yes.
One thing that Mike is going to be doing too is he's going to be doing a lot of training with our staff. Besides doing a presentation for family members, people in the community, he's also going to be doing some training with our staff and actually making our staff members, the leaders, the ones who are caring for the clients. So
the SMILE program, it just really gives us something to think about, doesn't it? SMILE. And it stands for Success for the Memory Impaired in a Loving Environment. And so this program, which is going to be Tuesday on November 15th at 6:30, is in the Forest Conference Center. And if you have a loved one who has that diagnosis, we certainly want you to come. There's no charge. If you are a neighbor, if you are in a church family and know of some of your parishioners that are struggling with this kind of diagnosis and you want to be helpful, if you are head of a Boy Scout troop and want to know how you can continue to serve these people in our community, the people who are living with compromised health in that way. So it's for anyone in the community, but it will help us, give us a clear way on how can we care for people, not so much medically, but in community, to celebrate who they are in the moment, bring smiles to faces. I love that, smile, success. We want people to not have to live in worry or fear or be confused and get anxious. Yeah. You know, this is one way that Mike is going to say, this is how we can help people.
Mm-hmm. Should we say a little bit about Mike?
I think we should.
Okay. I'm just reading a little bit off of his bio, but he has worked with the senior population for the past 34 years. He's been a family consultant for the MNDOC chapter of our Alzheimer's Association, created the first dementia behavioral household in an assisted living setting, and of course he's written and developed the SMILES program. And he also is a part of our Ecumen. You know, he works as a regional housing director for Ecumen. So
he has a wealth of information to share, and he certainly has the qualifications, and we know that. Yeah. When you do come that night and he presents, I know that he'll take questions too. And it's nice to know where you're at and what you need to know. So come with your questions.
Yep. And come with your smile.
You know, here at Emmanuel, we do have, of course, our Oak Lane, which is a special care unit. But we also have the Cottage, which is...
Yep, that's our assisted living memory care unit. And we work... You know, we know that people have memory loss with dementia or Alzheimer's disease. And so we try to make our cares and our activities, you know,
centered,
easy. Yeah, centered.
So that we can have smiles.
Yes.
In fact, if you're interested in knowing more about the Cottage, Sue is a good person to talk to. Your office is in the Cottage.
Yep.
And to get to the Cottage, if you come down Madison Avenue, you probably know where Emmanuel is. And there's a big sign. It's kind of a golden sign that says the Cottage. You just drive in. You have to kind of come back behind Lamplighter because that's where the building is. And you'll see a coppered roof. And just come in, and Sue would be happy to give you a tour, tell you about the programs that we have and how we care for people in the Cottage.
Yeah.
And that is specifically designed for people with memory issues.
Yes.
So that is a good thing, too. So we want you to know Sue, we want you to know me, and we want you to know Emmanuel. And if you can come on Tuesday, November the 15th, at 6:30 in the evening, come to the Forest Conference Center. We'll listen to Mike Lorenz tell us about his SMILE program and how we can care for people and continue to live with people successfully and well who have memory issues. So that's a good invitation.
Yes.
Anything else we should tell the people? We'll probably have coffee and treats.
Yes.
And that's always good for that.
Yeah.
Well, this is Vicki at Emmanuel and Sue at Emmanuel, and we are wishing you a great day. Again, if you can join us Tuesday, November the 15th, we'd love to see you at 6:30 at Forest Conference Center. Smile.